So if you look now carefully there, I've just zoomed in onto the cliff edges. Because we've used sort of a wet paint on dry, but sort of blended it with a damp brush, we've just got a mixture of colours there and tones. When you look close up, don't really mean a lot, but when you pull back, that's it close up, but as you pull back, you can see you get the effect, what we've been looking for to create, and that is the cliff edge. So from a distance, you see shapes and you see tones and you see colours. You don't put too much detail in if it's in the distance. Okay, so that's that done, that's dried. So now, as I say, we're going to use some of the sky colours, and then we're also going to use some other colours. We need a sea colour. So the sea colour I've mixed up here. Again, it's sort of milky creamy consistency there, and I've used cobalt blue and a little bit of phthalo blue in there, and just a tiny touch of burnt sienna, just to get this darker colour for the horizon of the sea, because when you look, the horizon is quite dark, and then what we need to do is just pull that colour down with water and fade it into the foreground. And then for the beach, what we've got for the beach is we've got some raw sienna with a little touch of burnt sienna in there, and then we've got a darker version of the same mix. These are a little bit thicker, but again, we're going to put that in the beach, and we're going to sort of blend that away into the sea. So they're the colours. We've also got the sky colours there, which we're going to put somewhere here, just to put a little bit of reflection in of the sea. Okay, so let's start by putting in some of these reflections. So we've got the masking fluid there. We've put the wax resist in there, so you will see that in a bit could take effect. So I'm going to start with what we used in the sky colour, which is the Naples yellow. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of make sure your brush is clean, yeah. And then I'm just going to sort of just put a bit of that in across here. Okay, sort of blend it away at the edges, because obviously we've got to put some sea in there as well. So just blend that away nicely. And then I'm just going to put in a little bit of the cobalt blue as well, just so we've got some of these sky colours in there. Okay, there we go. Coming across into the sea there and up onto the beach. So there we've got the sky reflecting in the sea. So now what I'm going to do is I've got the sea colour that I mixed up, which, as I say, was cobalt blue, phthalo blue, and a little touch of the burnt sienna. Right then, I'm just going to turn my paper that way a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is cross here. So this is on dry paper, we're not wetting it first. So the crucial part is getting the horizon on a level part. So use a flat brush, or this is a filbert, but preferably use a flat brush. So come across. There we go. And then just underneath this cliff, and try, if you can, where you're coming around this cliff, to leave a little white gap of paper, very slithered. It doesn't have to be a perfectly straight line, just in sections there, just across. I'm not putting any more paint on my brush because this will fade as we go further there. So it's slightly lighter than it is at this end. There's more paint concentrated at this end because it's nearer to us. Okay. And then I'm just going to fetch this down. So keep cleaning my brush and just pulling it. So I'm pulling the paint that's already there down. So if you can see now, you'll start to see the wax resist that we put on. Okay, you'll start to see that appearing. So depending on how much you put on, you could put a lot on, or you've just probably put a little bit on. I didn't put too much on. And then just careful as you blend this away into the where we've reflected the sky. Okay. Come down here, just push it back into there. over all the bits of masking fluid, and there we go, and down to about there. Okay. So the wax resist is these little pieces here that you can see. So what we're going to have to do is add in some darker waveforms. Okay. But you can see we've got some of the lighter colours in there. Now you could put in a little bit more wax resist. It's entirely up to you, and it's how much you're wanting to be showing. My main concern was getting the reflection of the sky into the sea, which we've managed to do just here. Okay. And then we've got the sea coming up onto the beach. So now I want to get the beach in. So now I'm going to use the raw sienna. And I'm going to use that. That's very watery. So I'll start about here with the raw sienna. I'm painting over where I've done my rock. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm putting the lighter colour on first. So I'm just covering the whole area with raw sienna with a touch of burnt sienna there. So using a sort of flat brush, okay, I'm going to put that there, and then what I'm going to do is quickly I'm going to rinse the brush, and then I'm going to take it out, and then all I'm doing is pulling this into where the sea meets. Hello and welcome back. Now it's dried. If we can see that the colours have now settled down, we can see the nice blending, and we've got the sky reflecting in the sea there, and we've got the beach. So now let's try and give this sea a little bit more of a life. So where we've got this masking fluid just here, we can just see where it is. You should be able to see it through your paint. So what we're going to do now is we need a very fine brush. So I'm going to use the number 4 detailer again. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of the blue. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. So the blue that we've got here for the top of the sky, which is the cobalt blue, a little bit of phthalo, and a little bit of the burnt sienna to calm it down a little bit. Okay, it's just a little bit stronger. So it's just a little bit stronger, a little bit thicker. So what happens is when we've got these, when we've got the sea rolling in onto the beach, it will just produce a few shadows. So just underneath where you put the masking fluid. Right, welcome back. All that should be dry now. So what we're going to do is the thick dark mix that we just made up there. I'm just going to dab this onto this rock area. That, like so. So it covers our initial colours that we put on. Okay. I'm still using the number 4 brush because it's only a smaller area. But if you want to, you can always use a bigger brush. The brush sizes aren't sort of rigid. They're really what you're comfortable with using. It's a little bit more up there. That's it.